It's been an incredible year for you. There is so much speculation at the moment about where you are going next. Can you set the record straight? Have you decided where you're going to go?
You know, it's kind of frustrating because people write these articles and they don't know what they're talking about. They need to write a story. I sent out a tweet the other day, and I mean it. If you don't hear it directly from me, please don't believe it. I'm really just trying to give this the thought it deserves. I love Fox News. I've loved my job there. I've loved the Murdochs, working with them, my colleagues. So, you know, it would be very hard to leave. But I also love my 3 little people who are 3, 5, and 7 in my house.
I don't know how you do it.
I had to find a way to do better there because, you know, right now my hours are exactly the opposite of their hours. They come home from school at 3:30, and that's when I go to work, which that's not good enough. So I'm working on it.
It is a balancing act for sure. But I know that CNN is chasing you. Everyone's chasing you. Everyone wants you. It's got to feel nice to be wanted in that regard.
Well, it's always good to have options, that's for sure. But I try not to look at it as like, who would I be with, and where must I stay, and where would I have the most power, like, or money. I'm trying just to send out vibes into the universe of how can I improve my life, and I hope it comes back to me with, you know, positive energy and lands me in a place I feel good about.
I know that when you co-hosted with Kelly on the show, that it was the highest rating show. So maybe you and Kelly Ripa need to just kind of hang more.
Oh, I love her.
Maybe
so she could not she could not have been more gracious to me, first of all. But no, I don't see that in my future. But listen, not because I wouldn't want to hang out with her. And she gave me a host gift for being with her.
What was it?
Well, I had confessed to her the truth, which is I have not worked out since my son was born 3 years ago. So she gave me a 10-pack to Soul Cycle.
Oh,
and we're going to go together.
That's awesome.
I'm going to suck everything in while we go.
I mean, you look amazing. I can't believe that's not fair.
I'm going to
that
suck
you
it
just
all.
said you
I'm going
haven't
to suck it in like
You
that.
haven't worked out for 3 years. That's not fair.
I'm going to make my first time next to Kelly Ripa?
Yeah, she's got some guns.
What am I thinking?
Trump has
Okay,
just
right.
been announced Person of the Year.
Yep.
What do you make of that? Time Magazine's Person of the Year.
I think they had to choose him. I think it would have been an outrage if they hadn't chosen him. You know, he's upended the ecosystem and will continue to. And listen, I work at Fox News and I live in New York City. So I think I understand both sides of Donald Trump and, you know, people who love him and hate him. And I feel very heartened by the fact that millions of Americans feel heard for the very first time in this election. People in flyover country who felt ignored, who felt diminished, who've been lectured to by these so-called elites for many years. But I also understand the concerns on the other side. You know, some of the more divisive comments he's made that have left people feeling threatened, scared, and like they don't matter, right? Like they don't matter. So I hope he can be a more unifying force. And I am wishing him nothing but good luck and Godspeed.
If you sit down with him again soon, what would be your first question?
That's a good one. Have you missed me?
I love that.